Hi everyone, we're BrainSpec and our goal is to make the virtual biopsy a reality. Each year there are 8 million MRIs performed on the brain. I'm going to start out with a true patient story. A 30-year-old man has headaches. Doctors find a suspicious lesion in his midbrain. It could be cancerous. A biopsy, which is a needle in the brain, could paralyze or kill him. However, there's a safe and completely non-invasive option available. Using our technology, doctors diagnosed it wasn't a tumor, saving him this dangerous and painful procedure. We're BrainSpec. We're a software platform that enables the accurate, efficient, and non-invasive diagnosis of brain disorders using magnetic resonance spectroscopy. I'm Alex Zimmerman, engineer, Blavatnik Fellow, recent grad of Harvard Business School. My co-founder is Dr. Alex Zimmerman, director of the Center of Clinical Spectroscopy at Brigham and Women's Hospital, professor of radiology at Harvard Medical School. He's an expert in the field of magnetic resonance spectroscopy, and we have a great team that has expertise in software development, machine learning, regulatory affairs that have brought together to bring this into reality. So to go over first what the technology is. So an MRI shows what the brain looks like. So standard imaging shows how fat and water resonates in the brain. Using the same equipment and a different pulse sequence, you can measure brain chemistry. So it's safe, non-invasive. There's a large body of proven literature, so over 20,000 publications in 100 different disorders. Cutting-edge research, really how this technology applies to different conditions. However, the problem is in the output. Unlike traditional imaging, where you have a nice picture that's very intuitive, magnetic resonance spectroscopy, you have a spectral waveform. We've done a lot of customer feedback, and really, at its core, it reminds physicians of organic chemistry. It can be very difficult to read and understand. So to give an example of this, here are two spectrum. Can you easily tell the difference between the two? They're actually from the same patient in the same area of the brain, but just have slightly different acquisition parameters. This makes interpretation very challenging and frustrating. Additionally, you can be looking at up to 64 different regions of the brain. Getting thorough, detailed analysis can be very challenging, time-consuming, and hard to find the right expertise. Our solution is BrainSpec. It's a web-based platform that's optimized for clinical decision-making. We use a large body of retrospective data, machine learning, to create disease-specific chemical fingerprints to give doctors the information they need. We have automated reporting for chemical and disease-specific reports. This gives doctors the best information they need to make decisions and treat patients. We fully integrate with the clinical workflow. Current process takes over 3 days, and we can get results in as quick as 3 minutes. There's a clear regulatory pathway, and we're working on building the first-of-its-kind patient database. Our business model is software as a service. We know that the technology can cost over $1,000 per scan and $75,000 for a hospital to try to implement this type of analysis on their own. We also know the technology saves $3,500 per patient in terms of unnecessary measures and more invasive procedures. This is just cost savings. The benefit of getting the information immediately when you would have to wait months is obviously invaluable. So for this, we charge $500 for automating the post-processing. Our market is not just what really first interested me in the technology, that it benefits so many conditions, even outside of the brain. So the United States spends $100 billion annually on medical imaging. We can really get rich type of information for better decisions. So traumatic brain injury, Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy are all conditions where there are known chemical biomarkers that we can detect. Our market entry point is first starting with using the technology in existing clinical trials. So we know that drug companies can use this technology to say, is my drug changing brain chemistry? Why are certain patients responding? So we've already started engaging in those conversations, thinking about how we can use our information to better power the next generation of research and therapeutics. From there, after getting 510(k) clearance, we intend to focus on brain tumor, pediatric disorders to begin with, so both in differentiating radiation necrosis, diagnosing how aggressive brain tumors are, the technology can benefit patient care in those areas, and then additionally expanding to other areas in the brain. So the brain market represents $7 billion on its own, and really there's a host of different clinical areas where the technology can better getting information sooner to make good decisions. We've had a great collaborator so far, so we've shown our solution to over 50 neurologists and oncologists at a range of different hospitals. We're working with 3 pilots in the Boston area and have had really overwhelming results so far. So they're all excited to partner with BrainSpec to use the technology in a number of different conditions. So we're focused on tumor and beginning to work in pediatric disorders, and additionally on the cost-benefit side. So we're also looking at the overall cost and how getting this information changes patient management and streamlines care. So in summary, we've made a tremendous amount of progress over the last 3 months. It's been really great working with Philips, and we see them as an ideal partner. We're actually working with the other MRI vendors in our current pilot, so we're thrilled to think about how we can integrate in the future and expand pilot sites. Really using this technology, we're excited to pursue both the drug discovery market and think about how we can integrate in a large-scale process going forward. So our ultimate goal is to become the central brain chemistry database and power the next generation of research and therapeutics through better understanding of brain chemistry and really look at the chemical signatures of different disorders on another level. So we're BrainSpec, and our goal is to make the virtual biopsy a reality. Thank you.